Hi there everybody. Today I am going to be making some little witch hats. So in this video I'm going to show you how to make this smaller witch hat. It's very cute. It's a very good size for like a keychain. If you're going to make little witch hats for keychains, this is a good size for that. And in another video I'm going to post today as well, I'm going to make this slightly bigger witch hat. And this one I've actually kind of embroidered a little colorful band around, and then I fluffed the little yarn ends out a little bit for a little bit of decoration. And on this hat I actually sewed a little piece into the bottom to kind of close it in and make it keep its shape a little bit easier. So in the second video for witch hats I'll be doing this one. So we have the extra mini, the littlest one, and then the mini I'll do in another video. So you'll need your hook, your yarn, and if you wanted to do, let's say, a brown sorting hat, you can also do that as well. I'm going to be using black because Halloween is almost here, and I'm making lots of little witch hats for a bunch of the pumpkins that we're gonna have. We have lots and lots of pumpkins at our house. So we'll have lots of different sizes of these around here. I use a yarn needle just for weaving in the ends with this tiny little mini hat. And then I use it for that colorful band and weaving in and sewing on the little extras of the other one. If you need a stitch marker to keep up with your rows where you're at, I recommend these large hairpins. They slide on and off pretty easy. They don't just fall off like some of the other ones that I've used tend to do, so these work really well for me. And of course you need some scissors. So to get started, we'll make our magic circle, magic ring, whatever you like to call it. So magic circle, we're going to put 3 single crochets in the magic circle. So we'll have 1, 2, and 3. And always when I'm starting out this small, it seems a little kind of difficult at first to get to where you would like to be. So I've got my 3 single crochets. I'm going to do an increase and then 2 single crochets. Okay, so I gotta pull my yarn over here. Like I said, this is a little difficult for me. I tend to prefer projects where my magic circle's a little bigger to start with. So I've got 1 and okay, there's 2. So there's my increase. And then my 2 single crochets. And right now this is wrong side out. Okay. One of the things that I found, if you buy the bags of polyfill, a lot of times they'll stick these little stuffing sticks down in there, and they have lots of really fun uses. So I'm going to take this and kind of put it in the middle and then pull these stitches kind of back down so they're right side out. Okay. I can do that again in a minute to kind of make sure everything's pushed to where it needs to be. Okay, so then our next row is going to be an increase and then 3. With the black yarn, it can be a little difficult to see where your stitches are sometimes unless you have really good lighting. So there's my increase, and then 1, 2, and 3. Okay, then our next row is going to be an increase and 4. So we'll do our increase, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Then we're going to move into an increase and a single crochet, and you'll do that 3 times to get all the way around. So you'll end up with 9 stitches when you're finished. So I'm going to do 1 and 2, and then 3. 4 and 5, and then 6. And then we'll do 7 and 8, and then 9. All right, in this row, we're just going to do 9 single crochets all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Now we're going to do a row that increases us out to 12 stitches. So an increase and then 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2, and then 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 11, 12. Right now we're going to have another row of just single crochets. So we'll have 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, from here, we're going to do an increase out to 15. So we'll do 3 single crochets and then an increase. We'll do that 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14 and 15. Okay. And now we have our last row. So in this last row, we're going to do an increase in every stitch. So 15 increases, you'll end up with 30 single crochets total. And this row we're going to do in the front loop only, and that makes so that our little brim of our witch's hat will stand out instead of just kind of continuing to curve down a little bit. So whenever I am kind of changing directions, I like to do a slip stitch. For me, it kind of makes things look a little neater. So then I'm going to do front loop only, 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13 and 14, 15 and 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24, 25 and 26, 27, 28, and then 29 and 30. Also, when you kind of put in that slip stitch, it makes so that your finishing row doesn't stand quite as tall, so that it's not quite as much of a difference in height going around the edge there. So I'm going to cut this off, pull my yarn through, and now you can weave in your ends. If you wanted to add a little bottom to this, kind of like the larger one, it'd be very simple. I would recommend just doing a magic circle of 6 and then increase to 12, and then sewing it right into these back loops from that row. And then you can just tuck this guy right up inside and hide that. And when you weave this guy through your brim, you can tuck it right inside there as well. Provide a little bit of stuffing for your hat. But that's it. It's all finished. I like to kind of give my hats a little bend to the top. Just thinks it make them look a little cute and quirky. All right. Thanks for crocheting with me today, guys.